ICD-10 CM JJ-10B Guidelines, page 047, part 6.
These guidelines have been developed to assist both the healthcare provider and the coder in identifying those diagnoses that are to be reported.
Right, to assist both the healthcare provider and the coder, to assist them in what? In identifying those diagnoses that are to be reported, right? This is the record. This is what comes in the record, right? We're going to read this. The patient had a history of frequent episodes of severe chronic interstitial cystitis. Despite previous treatment, she has had no resolution of her symptoms. Now, the doctor and the coder, especially the coder, have to identify which is the diagnosis here. This is the record, right? So this is the same text here, but with the diagnosis identified already. The diagnosis is just this part: severe chronic interstitial cystitis, which comes from here. Severe chronic interstitial cystitis, right? So the diagnosis is just that. Diagnosis is severe chronic interstitial cystitis. The other words are not important in a diagnosis, and they don't have to be reported. Just these 4 words are important. And the doctor there is explaining to you that just these 4 words are to be coded. Okay? So that's the idea of this guideline, of this sentence in the guideline. Okay? So we're going to do an exercise now. Ready, set, go. All right, ICD-10 JJ-10A, page 356, exercise 10, and this is a level 2 exercise, and it reads like this.
Missed abortion, 19 weeks gestation.
Right, missed abortion, 19 weeks gestation. Okay, so we're going to count to 3, so you can pause the video and give us the ICD-10 code for this diagnosis. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, the answer is 2 codes, right? 002.1 and Z3A.19. Okay, if you got those 2 codes, congratulations, you can just stop here and go to the next video. If you didn't get it, let's give you a couple of tips. Okay, tip number 1.
Level 2 difficulty. There are 2 codes.
There are 2 codes, okay? So be careful. There's not just 1 code. There are 2 codes. Tip number 2.
Start with abortion.
Start with abortion. That's the easy part. And then tip number 3.
The second code is for weeks of gestation.
Right.
Any code within 000 through 09A has to have a second code for weeks of gestation.
Right. In this case, there's no weeks of gestation. Oh, there is weeks of gestation in the problem, right? It's 19, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that is the note that says C3A weeks of gestation. Okay. So with these tips, you should be able to give us the path now to the answer, right? So we're going to count to 3, so you can pause the video and then give us the path to the answers. 1, 2, 3. All right. This is the summary of the whole problem. This is a missed abortion, 19 weeks of gestation. The code number 1 through the index is found like this.
First, you go to index.
Go to the index.
Then you go to abortion.
Start with abortion.
Then you go to missed.
Missed. And then
002.1.
You have that code next to it, right? 002.1. Now you're going to check this code in the tabular. So the code 1 through the tabular is found like this.
First, you go to tabular.
Go to a tabular.
Then you go to 002.
You start with 002. What is that?
Other abnormal products of conception.
Other abnormal products of conception, okay? And then we add one more character, which is the 1, right?
Yes.
002.1. What is that?
That's missed abortion.
Missed abortion. Exactly what's in our problem. So that's why there is the equal sign, right?
Right.
Pointed equal sign there. That means that we double check the first code. Now, since the code is 002.1, then we have to remember that this falls within a range that you need a second code, right?
Yeah.
And the second code is found like this.
First, you go to index.
Go to index.
Then you go to pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to weeks of gestation.
Weeks of gestation.
Then you go to 19 weeks.
19 weeks because the problem tells us it's 19 weeks. So what is the code?
Z3A.19.
Right. Now you check that in the tabular. The second code through the tabular is found like this.
First, you go to tabular.
Uh-huh.
Then you start with Z3A.
What's that?
That's weeks of gestation.
And there's a note, eh?
Any code within 000 through 09A has to have an additional code for weeks of gestation.
Right. And then we go to one more character, C3A, right?
Yes, point 1.
Right.
Weeks of 10 through 19.
10 through 19. And then?
And Z3A.19 is 19 weeks.
19 weeks. That's why we have the equal sign there.
Yep.
And it means that we double check the second code. So the answer again is 002.1 and Z3A.19. Okay? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to visit our website.
And you can subscribe to us in YouTube by clicking here for our new medical coding videos.
Right here in the red square, right?
Right. We make about 3 videos every day. ICD-10s, CPTs, all that is needed to pass the medical coding certification exams.
Right. And you subscribe, then you will get a notice in your email that we have new videos, right? Okay, so thanks for watching and subscribing, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.